Hey viewers, Wilson here, one of the two idiots of Shock and Awe Toy Reviews. I just wanted to give you a brief explanation of what this video is. If you've watched our Hellboy review already, you've seen some of the thoughts that we have on that toy. There was a lot more discussion going on that I decided to cut out of the review and put into a separate thing. I did that because even though it's not actually about the toy and focuses on the toy, it does give you a little bit more of a background as to possibly why some of this frustration came about surrounding this figure. And the review is long already, and I didn't want it to run any longer. I know YouTube now, their algorithm favors long videos, but you know, time is money. You know, it is a currency nowadays, and at 20 some minutes already, that's long enough review for us. So I just wanted to give you a brief intro as to what this is. Hope you enjoy it. It's a great story by Mr. Berg. And give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down, you know, whatever. Don't watch it at all. But I do suggest you watch the Hellboy review.
So if there's one thing I love, it's Thor. If there's two things I love, it's Grendel and Thor. If there's three things I love,
Yeah.
it's Hellboy, Grendel, and Thor.
I was going to say, I hope this time Hellboy's in there because this review's about to get weird.
And I own every Hellboy toy.
Do you really?
I don't own all the memorabilia, but every action figure,
Yeah.
except for the retro action ones. Because fuck those.
Those things suck.
When I saw this thing,
Yeah.
I flipped out because articulated fingers.
Yeah.
I flipped out because of articulated ankles. I flipped out because of wire coat. I flipped out that he's going to be Marvel Legends scale, so I could have him fight Marvel Legends guy, and it's a comic book Marvel Legends scale guy, because the Mezco ones are just too big to be with Marvel Legends. They work fine with NECA guys. And the Marvel Legends scale movie Hellboy, who kind of sucks, from Gentle Giant, yeah, he sucks. So I was super, super happy. And I saw photos of this guy, and I thought the fingers looked a little funky, but they're articulated fingers. They talked about how he had double jointed this and double jointed that, and super articulated spine. Showed me more pictures. Super happy. Finally went up for pre-order. Called up. I work at a comic store. Called up Dark Horse. Said, "Hey, is this going to be through Diamond?" "No, this is not going to be through Diamond." So I went. Asked the other Hellboy people in my life, "I'm going to order this stupid thing because they tell me it's not going to be through Diamond, so I can't get it through the store, so I won't be able to get my discount on it." Because I love getting my discount on things.
Absolutely.
Because
Saving money.
it's one of the reasons I like working. It's one of the few reasons I enjoy working at the comic store. Dark Horse says, no, not going to happen. So I get my buddies, order this guy together, save on shipping. 2
And
weeks
you had to order them through the actual
through
Dark Horse
through
site?
Dark Horse Direct.
Okay.
Their Marvel Select, their Diamond Select.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to be available through regular Diamond or for me to order.
The exclusive, though, right?
Nope.
Neither.
At that point, I didn't know he was exclusive.
Oh, okay.
He was just the Hellboy. Well, he was exclusive, but they never said anything.
About different versions or anything?
Yeah, like
Okay.
it was. Am I gonna be able to get this? Because they told me no. Now I probably should have looked a little bit harder, because I would have found out that there was two versions, and the second version would be available. I knew this guy was more expensive. I said, "Fuck it, I love that sword." I probably will use the horns at some time because I'm going to play the fuck out of this guy because he's super articulated. So I talked these three other people into buying a $20 extra figure because it's got extra stuff, and they're all Hellboy crazy, and I'm Hellboy crazy, and I'm super excited.
Was I one of those three?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 weeks after I placed that order, and I'm super excited, previews comes out, and fucking regular version of Hellboy's in previews.
Yep.
And he's on Entertainment Earth.
Yep.
And I go, fuck. I
Yep.
could have ordered the regular version and got my discount. Do I really need the sword and horns? And I convinced myself, yeah, I'd be mad if I didn't have the sword and horns because it's an iconic
Yeah.
thing. I know one of the three other people was a little like, you said you couldn't get this through Diamond, you couldn't get my... And I was like, well, here's the email, here's the correspondence where they tell me I can't get it elsewhere. So that was a year ago that I was super excited and then kind of got kicked in the nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I could have saved these other people money, but now hopefully the figure doesn't suck so they're not crying about it. And they show more pictures and they show them off, and I'm waiting, like, and then they, here comes the Hellboy movie. I'm like, fuck, I need a fucking Hellboy toy.
Yeah.
Super excited. Then they show off the Abe figure, and I'm like, oh fuck, they're gonna do Abe. Holy shit, if this thing goes off, they're gonna be awesome. It's really expensive. I hate spending money like this because goddamn Mezco 112 guys are so expensive. This guy looks just as good, but it's comic Hellboy and they're doing a movie. Fuck them. All right. And then I get an email from them saying, "Oh, is your shipping address right?" And I'm like, "What the fuck is?" Yeah, I hope so. Like, why? Like, so I check and yeah, everything's fine. And then a week after that, a bunch of places on Instagram get copies of him. And they show all these awesome photos, and they're all raving about how great he is, except for his fingers, which I knew going in might be iffy.
What month was this?
April.
Okay. We're filming this in end of May.
End of May.
Okay.
So I'm super pissed off at all these other assholes get their copies before me, because fuck them. I love Hellboy third out of everything. More than Transformers, more than G.I. Joe. Showing more pictures, and they all have these great pictures, and all the comments are like, I love this guy, I wish the fingers weren't as goofy, but he's amazing, he's super awesome. Then fucking the regular version comes in through Diamond first, and I still haven't even gotten a fucking shipping notice.
Yeah.
Fucking go ape shit.
Right.
Because why the fuck would you order it through Diamond? Because I know who got it in through Diamond, but anyway. And so I finally get the shipping notice, and I'm like, yes.
Right.
And they show up, and I'm super excited. And I take them out of the box because I can't wait. And the first thing I do is go, wow, what? Huh. That's kind of weird. I thought for sure he'd have a joint there because it looks like he'd have a joint there. He does. And then I go like this, and I see this giant fucking gaping hole.
Yeah.
And I go, why the fuck wouldn't you attach the belt to the bottom of his fucking chest so that it would hide that joint, because you could have his pants go up underneath the belt and it'd be fine. So that kind of was like, really?
Yeah.
And this whole thing kind of threw me because I bet you they don't know how long this will take to deteriorate.
Yeah.
And then I saw...
Oh, that's a good point. I never thought of that.
And then I saw this thing, which in all the pictures they showed, they did a Wilson and they bent it. So I never actually saw it. Like, I saw it like this, but when it's like that, you don't immediately notice, like, hey, and that kind of bothers me. And then I started looking at him, and oh yeah, by the way, this guy's 5-10 feet away. And I looked at him and go, well, shit, look at how great a toy from 12 fucking years ago was sculpted. That guy's kind of got a weak sculpt. It's nowhere near as detailed as this one. Doesn't even have the paint apps as well as this one from 12 years ago. Huh. And these guys seem to have looked at one fucking drawing of how his hand is. And one fucking drawing of how his hand is. Like, oh, yeah, he's got fat, wide, short, stubby fingers, not skinny, long fingers.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. And oh, yeah, every Hellboy toy I've had, every Hellboy statue I've had has this rocky, craggy fucking surface. Not the smooth one.
No.
And I go, ugh. So I'm really kind of bummed about this toy. I built him up So yeah, I'm giving him a 2 out of 5, 2.5
out of 5. So
out of
it's
5.
just okay. Do you?
He's way overpriced
Yeah.
for what he is. The one thing that I love about him, and I know it'll never happen, I want all the fucking goddamn superhero figure arts Figma douchebag assholes who can't fucking figure out how to do an elbow joint and go, look, this one doesn't match either. But you know what? Do you know what, assholes? This one is fucking darker.
Yeah.
So when he goes like this, it's not this glaring white, bright, like, oh, you...
Yeah, it definitely matches better. I mean, it doesn't match, but it
doesn't
goes well.
match it, but it matches better.
Yeah.
Not a single one of those import toys who has that joint has figured that out yet. These assholes who can't even fucking get normal basic shit that a company 12 years ago did, figured that out. So that's why he gets half a hammer, because I like those joints. He's got them in his knees. I have a problem with his knee joint because it's fucking ugly as shit from some poses. But he's got triple jointed knees.
Yeah.
He is super fun to play with.
Yeah, for sure.
So I have played with him a lot
Yeah, me too.
in the few days I've had him.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, I turn his waist one way and I see that giant fucking gap. And it's so
It's upsetting.
It's so dumb.
Do you think that some of it can be chalked up to, is this their first
I
figure?
have no idea. I know nothing about this company
I
other
feel
than
like it is their first figure.
I don't think it's their first.
But you think it's one of their first?
I think we could actually do homework. I should have done homework. And the fact that he doesn't have a sword holding hand,
Yeah.
kind of annoying,
Yeah.
because you gave me
Two
I don't
relaxing.
care if the other guys
Yeah.
don't get it. Give me a gripping hand instead of two
Yeah.
splayed fingers. Like,
Yeah.
much like you said, his faces aren't different enough. The hands aren't different enough.
That's
like,
true too, yeah.
I'm happy with the amount of accessories he came. For $100, he should have had a hand that could hold the sword, even if he didn't come with a sword.
Yeah.
Because I got tons of other figures with shit that he could put in his hand that isn't requiring a trigger figure. It's one of my gripes with Marvel Legends and Star Wars guys, is the guys who have trigger fingers just, well, if my gun's in my holster, my hand looks stupid.
Right.
And I get that you can't always give me extra hands. But for $100,
For sure.
give me one. For $120, give me two.
Yeah.
Give me a hand, give me a ball joint, give me a hand that's not articulated so I can pop it in so it looks right.
That's a good point too. Yeah. That would have been nice, I guess, with for a display option. Like, hey, here's. I think they could have taken the money and saved some of the money that they put into with the articulated hand and gave you a better sculpted one that was less articulated.
And fucking paint the goddamn
Yeah.
pins
Yeah.
red.
Yeah.
You painted some, or black,
Something. Yeah.
just a little bit. And the most egregious thing that I hate more than the waist. Why the fuck is that peg joint, whatever the fuck, red? Huh? There's nothing red. This is literally a separate piece. So you're telling me you can't cast that fucking piece in a black or brown or dark color?
I mean, no. Clearly, no.
Like,
I think
for
it's.
fuck's sake, that's... Yes, underneath this is the red outsides. I get that, yeah. So that could be red. Fine, I understand that. But the peg, the joint, that isn't part of it, is red. Like,
It's just cost saving.
just-
It's got to be. It's cost saving.